the fastest breakfast, you need bread and you need your eggs. Yes, fresh eggs. And you also need your bowl with fork. You need salt as well. And you need, for seasoning, you need Maggi or whatever seasoning you use. And also for spice, I have my ground pepper. Firstly, I break the eggs in my bowl. Yes, so since it's a breakfast for two, I'm just gonna have two eggs, but you can have as much eggs as you want depending on how much you like to eat. And after breaking your eggs, you just add a pinch of salt. I use as little salt as possible. You really don't need so much salt to make your eggs perfect. And I like to have like the extra nice taste. So I add my seasoning cubes, just very little, about 1/4 of a cube. And yes, and I go with my pepper as well because I love to have spice. As a Nigerian, you need to have spice in your food. Then I beat my eggs, mix all the condiments together. So yes, my eggs are ready. I take my bread from the pack and I slice my bread into two, of course. So I just do that for every bun that I have, just to make sure it's ready for my eggs. So I slice that, yes, and I really enjoyed this breakfast because it's so easy and it's so nutritious as well. I put on my tabletop cooker and I get my vegetable oil as well, just a little vegetable oil, but don't use too little so it doesn't stick to the pan when you are about to toast your bread. And I cover my oil and just to beat the eggs again before I pour that into the pan. Yay, lovely. So I love to go like all around the pan. You don't have to do that, but just for effigy, I just do that. So after that, I let it fry for about 30 seconds to 1 minute because I really don't want my eggs to get burnt. So I will just make that fry a little, and I stir just to make sure it doesn't stick to the pot or the pan. And of course I want my eggs to be like properly cooked, so I'm just gonna let it fry a little more before I add that to my buns. So I take the buns one after the other and I add my eggs in between for sure. Yes. And I close the bread and put it back in my pan because life is too short to have boring breakfast. Then I add another egg into the bun and I do that for all the buns I have until I have exhausted my eggs. Why I really like this is because I also like to eat like really hot and fresh food. So this doesn't give me all the off the shelf bread taste, being cold and all that. It's really, really nice when it's hot because it makes it just feel like, oh, you just got it from the bakery. Then I put it back on the fire. So yes, it's doing well so far. Loving the outcome. So I just let it like stay on the cooktop for a few minutes. You can give it about 3 to 5 minutes. It just depends on if you want your bread to be really hot, really toasted. I like it to be like really hot and toasted. So I just keep it in there for about 5 minutes, yes. And I turn as well to also get the heat on the other side of the bread. So I do that for all of the buns, and yes, we'll see how this turns. Just try to make sure that you're just like with this, and yes, just let it get hot, and yes, you are good to go at this point. Your bread is fresh, your egg is fresh, you have proteins, carbohydrates, fats and oils. It's just like a very great breakfast, very nourishing as well. So it's definitely a recipe that you should try. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. Life is too short for boring breakfast. Thank you.